Hello, we're here with Emily Chen today from Stand for English, and we're going to be assessing and evaluating various IELTS speakers. In this particular case, this IELTS candidate scored a 5.5 in the IELTS speaking test. It was in part one. If you recall, in part one of the IELTS speaking test, it's an introduction. You're going to be asked questions about yourself. And basically, if you recall, it's using the FISHY system. FISHY means family, interests, studies, home, or yourself. If you recall, those are basically the kinds of questions they're going to ask you in part one. In this particular case, this candidate scored a 5.5 in the IELTS speaking test. And had she used this system to practice her IELTS speaking, she probably would have done better. As you recall, this system only requires you to practice using various categories of topics to consistently practice your IELTS speaking. For example, ages. You combine various categories from FISHY, so let's say interests with festivals. So you take interest from the I, combine it with festivals. You could ask a question, what kind of festivals are you interested in your home country? You could ask a question about yourself. Here's yourself, why? With shopping. Do you enjoy shopping? What kind of things do you like to buy when you go shopping? You could also use yourself with books. Okay, combining those two together. What kind of books do you like to read? Who's your favorite author? Would you buy a gift for your family? A book gift. So that's family with books. Okay, what kinds of books do you like to read? This particular candidate, her pronunciation was quite good. Remember, we assess and evaluate our own pronunciation, our own IELTS speaking based on the Dr. VIP system. Remember, it's details. This particular candidate scored 5.5 in part one. Was asked the question about where she lives, her family, and her learning English. Those are the basic categories that she was asked. Basically, all the categories that are covered in this one piece of paper. She spoke with very little detail. Her sentences were very short. They were not complete, so she had some grammatical problems. Her pronunciation was, like I said, was good. The pronunciation was good, but all the rest of it, she seemed to lack specific talent in her speaking. Hence her score of 5.5. Has she fixed her more in detail, not as repetitive, used a little bit more vocabulary, she could have easily scored a 6.5 or a 7. Emily, what were your observations with this particular candidate?
我觉得他的问题在于他的回答的长度实在是太短了，好像他不太愿意回答考官的问题。那么另外呢，他的这个试图用一些连词，这个还是不错的，这点是值得鼓励的。另外他的发音还是比较清晰的。
谢谢。Okay, let's watch this particular candidate that scored a 5.5 and see how she did.
Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about where you live. Do you live in a house or a flat?
I live in a house.
What do you like about your house?
Well, partly because it's a house. It's big, and I've got my own room, a lot of space. Yeah.
What is the area like where you live?
It's a very quiet area, and only families live in this area.
Would you recommend this area as a place to live for young people?
Not really, because
Why not?
Well, there are only families living there with small children, and on weekends it can be really loud because annoying sometimes. Yeah.
Can we talk about your family? Are you happy to do that?
Yes.
Do you have a large family or a small family?
A small family.
Can you tell me something about them?
I've got a father, and he's from Nigeria, and a mother from the Philippines. And I've got a younger brother. He's 16 years old.
How much time do you manage to spend with members of your family?
Not much, because I don't see them. I only talk to them once in a while. Yeah.
What sorts of things do you like to do together?
Well, I guess that's watching TV or having dinner together.
All right.